2020 overnight loop of Seneca Creek Trail to Horton Trail to High Meadows Trail and out on the Lumberjack Trail. Wow, between the overcast skies and being in the hemlocks, it feels like it's 8 p.m. So I think I'm going to stop and at least get my umbrella ready for action and deploy my pack cover. Maybe I'll get something to nosh on. Check this out. It's raining buckets and the sun is shining. Is that not beautiful? God is so good. Even in this rain, this is just extraordinary looking. I could just sit and look at that all day. Raining while the sun shines. And he's talking to me. And you know, you really feel small in his presence during a thunderstorm when you're out in the wilderness with a bunch of 80-foot trees. At any time he could stretch out his finger and squash me like a bug. Thank you, God, for your mercies new every morning. Wow. Look at how beautiful that is. The moisture in the air after the rainstorm is just hanging over the water. And there's a bridge here, and I'm coming to a trail crossing. Well, just that quick, I had to bust out the video camera. There's where I've come from. There's that beautiful little place with the mountain laurel. And then as you come down the stream, there's this really great campsite across the stream. A couple of good spots for tents. There's more mountain laurel blooming down there. It's just so totally beautiful. I think I'm going to keep the phone out for a second. Look at how lovely this site is. I love West Virginia. Such a beautiful place. Man, now I know what John Denver was talking about when he was singing about her. Look at that. End of July and there's still mountain laurel. Some more little waterfalls. It's beautiful. So here we would be. Bear Hunter Trail goes that way, and then Seneca Creek continues on straight, which is what I'm going to take. Well, I heeded the thunderstorm warning. I don't know if you guys can see all that because the light. I am in the most beautiful campsite I think I've ever had. Down by the falls, by the river, and it is just beautiful. See those mountain laurel, and now this is the best. This is right outside of my hammock, these waterfalls, and I've got mountain laurel everywhere. I've got a nice fire pit. Somebody even left a bouquet of flowers. There's a table. Go down closer to the creek. I mean, you can't beat this with a stick. I couldn't have asked for a nicer place. I think this is the best campsite I've ever had. It's even got recliners to watch the fire, which incidentally I am going to try to build. Oh, and a grate. Check that out. People are clever. I didn't bring my titanium grate today, but I'm really close. There's my hammock set up in porch mode. The trail's way back there. This must just be a river path along the campsite. Somebody's even decorated the trail. I mean, you could fit multiple tents in here. It's nice and cushiony. Ground's beautiful. Look at how beautiful. Oh, look at the mist over the water. I think I'm gonna clean myself up, have some dinner, and kick back and enjoy the sights. And look, we have a monarch. Hello, pretty monarch. Just make the sight more beautiful. I mean, look at this moss-covered rock. It's just like, I swear, $1 million campsite. What a beautiful morning. Having a cup of coffee from my hammock. Waterfall. Had a family of deer come through earlier. It was a couple little Bambis, spotted babies, and 3 mamas. So beautiful. I could just live out here. Came to some more really beautiful cascades. Just, I mean, every 100 yards or so, there's this beautiful trail and just so many things to look at. The deer, almost like you walk up to them. It's incredible. Not afraid of humans at all. But, wow, I have dry feet, and I'm going to have to do another water crossing because those double blazes mean, turn. So I'm heading over there. Wish me luck. I think I'm going to get wet. There's where we came from. The sun's coming up. It's going to be a steamer today. There's another great campsite there. I mean, just one after the other. And they're in the most picturesque settings. So bucolic and peaceful. Man, how I love West Virginia. That's how pollination occurs. Wow. This is just gorgeous. But very poorly marked in this area. I haven't seen one blue marker for the trail. And it looks like it goes down both sides, but I'm looking on the other side and I don't see any blue markers. This must be the main falls. Gorgeous. All the way up these ridges, there are mountain laurel, some of which are still blooming. And it is beautiful. So we should be getting close to our turnoff to climb up Horton Trail. I knew I smelled something dead back there, but look at all these butterflies on this carcass. I'll get a picture of the falls that way, but I'm going to try to pass here along this. Normally this is impassable. This is where getting through this gets really deep in the spring and summer. Picture of the falls. I backtracked a little bit because I wanted to see them. This is the other end of where the Horton Trail goes south, but I'm going north to join the Lumberjack Trail, so I've got to backpack. But this thing is apparently spectacular during high water. And there again are some beautiful mountain laurel looking down over it. Beautiful place. Beautiful place. All right, I am heading up the Horton Trail, and this is a pretty steep uphill. So I'm going up onto that ridge way up there. And since it rained last night, it's pretty slick. So I think I'm gonna put you away. Strangely enough, the trail wrapped around to that deer carcass. And look at all the monarch butterflies that are on that carcass. I know I'm a little shaky because I've got it zoomed in. But there are at least 50 or 60 butterflies clustered on that deer. So in death there's beauty. Wow, what an extraordinary thing. Wow, very quickly we get out onto the high meadows from Horton. And there are rose bushes, and there are beautiful flowers everywhere. Daisies and lupine. And it looks like I may get wet on my trip out. I'm going up there to the Lumberjack Trail. So this is kind of reminiscent of the hike I did in Hawaii, where some of the stuff is up above my head. Some of the spring plants, nettles, rose bushes. There's a wild rose bush right there. But still, these beautiful black-eyed Susans. It's just so breathtaking. And the views. I think I'm coming to a little view spot shortly. So I'll keep you out. The grade is kind of it isn't flat by any means, but coming to a view spot. Go. Look out for timber rattlers up here. They come out and sun on the rocks. Here's a little glimpse of the valley. And someone has made a path to get better views, but it's gorgeous. It's really beautiful to pop out of the dark woods into these meadows and get a spectacular view like this. Wow. Look at all the beautiful flowers. Just such a treat. Strangely enough, as I'm coming up, keeping this climb, it looks like there was a fence at one point in this area. You could see it. Must have become national forest area, and the fences were taken down. I'd love to know how old these fence posts are. Wow, they're worn. Hopefully, I'll be getting to, ouch, ow, to, can't walk and chew gum, can't walk and make a video, but I'm praying that we are coming to the junction soon, because then I have 6 miles down the lumberjack trail, 6 miles to Fire Road. I'm gonna get really, really wet today. I'm hearing thunder. The skies are turning gray, but I just came to the most glorious smell. There's a really neat campsite up there, right off the High Meadows Trail, and oh my goodness, to smell those fir trees, it's beautiful. It's just heavenly. So, Lord willing, this will really level out as it gets further in, and I'll be able to make some tracks. Very, very eerie because it's been lightning and thundering and torrential downpour, and I came to a really obvious cutoff on the lumberjack trail, and carefully making my way down because it's pretty slippery with the rain we just had, and coming on to the wreckage of the Cessna that went down in 1970 something, 73 or 78, one or the other, and very sad. Those poor people must have been terrified, slamming into the side of a mountain. God rest their souls. Wow. It's really sobering. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Those are the seats. Oh, I didn't know they had the seats here. Oh, God bless these souls. Somebody's left some sort of offering, and there's a cross there. God bless their families that have had to go on without them. Oh my goodness, it's mangled. It's heartbreaking. There's another seat. is the fuselage. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is sobering and sad. So sad. I'm going to make my way back up to the main trail. It looks like we're getting another round of thunderstorms coming through. Man, the thunder is rumbling. Typically when I'm out hiking, I don't pick wildflowers, but for some reason while I was on the High Meadows Trail, I picked a daisy and stuck it in my pack. Little did I know that I would find a place for it, and it seemed appropriate at the time. Okay, we've come to our first junction, Horton Trail again, where I broke off from the Horton to go to the see the plane crash. And then Huckleberry goes up the hill right here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So we're going to continue on the lumberjack, and it's beautiful in these woods down here. There's another campsite, but it's really pretty woods, but it's still threatening to storm on me again. You know, it's funny, I thought when I got up high I had to pack water in, but this mountain seems to be weeping. It's got so many springs on it. There are all these, this Loggers Trail is higher than the Seneca Creek Trail, and it's been wetter and muddier because I guess it's just leaking everywhere. But it's good, you know, so you don't have to hump a lot of drinking water. What a fitting sight as I'm driving away. So much sadness and so much beauty. God is always good, and I hope one day to come back and do this trail again.